How many of you, by raise of hand, have received a massage from one of these graduates behind me over the last year? How many of you had never had a massage before in your life before they started practicing on you? So many of you had experienced massage, but some of you hadn't. So for your first time having a massage, what was it like? Really good? You're like, oh, I'm going to like this year, aren't I? Mm-hmm. Yes. And what did you notice? Did you notice how much they grew from that first time they practiced on you? How they went from just doing like effleurage, 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 more effleurage. Pause. What do I do next? Petrissage. Petrissage, to where they were pulling out techniques. It was graceful, it was flowing. They were doing all kinds of wonderful different things. You're like, oh, I like this, right? It's a wonderful thing to see the development of a massage therapist. Over the last year, they've had to do so many different things. So it's not just that they learned Eastern and Western modalities. It's that they had to learn the language of anatomy, physiology, pathology. They had to learn business language. They had to learn how to communicate with a client, how to create a safe space, how to create boundaries. They had to do quite a bit. And they have done an amazing job. We're very proud of these 7 people behind us here. And we're very grateful for you for being here tonight, as well as the sacrifices you've made over the last year as they've worked through this program. I'd like to take a moment and also introduce our faculty that's made this happen. They've worked hard and diligently as well. And they've spent many times working on lesson plans and doing all of the behind the scenes stuff. So I'd like to start over in the corner with Shay. Shay is our admissions associate. She is like extraordinaire. Rebecca, who without her vision, we wouldn't all be here. Corey, one of our instructors, and jumps in and takes clinic many times for us. We appreciate her. Rocio, who is our administrative assistant and pretty much does everything. I agree. She makes my job easier. And I'm Christy, and I'm the program director. One thing I love about the field of massage is I love that we get to work with one person at a time. In many other jobs, you have to deal with 5, 6, 10, 20 people at a time. But in massage therapy, you zero in on that one person. You talk to that person, what would they like to achieve right now? You create a space for them, and it's all about their needs in that moment. There's no multitasking. You don't have to worry about a lot of other things. All you need to do is connect with one person at a time. And it's a beautiful connection. It's something that the majority, 99% of the people that come out of a massage feel good. It's a field where they're happy to see you and they're sad to leave and they can't wait till the next time they come back. So it's a beautiful gift to give. These graduates, I could say a lot about each of these graduates individually. They're amazing people, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to them. We're going to start with our instructor speaker. Corey is going to speak with us. Actually, she's going to speak with our graduates, and she's going to include you in that conversation. And then from there, I'll introduce our 3 student speakers. Corey.
Probably don't even need the microphone. You know, I can yell. So, but I will stand with my back to you if that's okay. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I actually had remarks all prepared and cool stories and stuff like that. And then when I got here, I was sitting next to Angela and go, it has left my brain. I totally do not feel it anymore, the things that I had previously prepared. And this has happened to me before. And so evidently I'm supposed to be saying something different. And I'll tell you, as parents and family of this group, there are some of these students in this group have been the hardest working students I have ever had in school. I see them here early, studying hard to pass the test. They put in extra time, extra hour, extra effort, and some of them, if they didn't understand something, they weren't afraid to say, okay, let's go back and talk about that again. Okay. I don't know why I thought of that. but that was what was really great, because that was one of, as part of being a teacher, that's what we want, is we want them to really want to learn. And I was really impressed, and with every single class I learned something new. And one of the things that keeps coming up to me is during the Olympics in London, Simon Sinek was talking about how he was there, and he said that he watched the reporters going up to each one of the athletes and saying, "Were you nervous afterwards, after the event? Were you nervous? How did you feel? Were you super nervous?" And that the athletes were like, "No, I was excited. This is what I'm here for. This is what I love to do." And he talked about how that feeling inside of you is the same physiological feeling. The excitement is the same physiological feeling as fear, and he said that how important it is that as we move forward and into new places, because now you're birthed out of the cocoon of school and you're going out on your own with new adventures, and to look forward to it not with fear but excitement about this is what you've been preparing for this whole entire time. And then the other thing that came up to me was I was thinking about so I teach a lot of their anatomy, and yay, we're so glad you showed up. This is probably the only time he's ever been late to class, just so you know, ever been late. And Trevor is also one of the ones that was one of the hardest working. I would see Trevor come like an hour early to school to sit out in the parking lot and study to make sure that he didn't just get 99%. It was going to be 100%. And anyway, I could tell you stories about every single one of these students that tell you the kind of character and the kind of fun people that they are. Anyway, so the other thing I was thinking of is because I teach anatomy and pathology and some of the other classes, I'm really super interested in how we do the things we do and why we do it and what's the emotional payback for it. And I was hearing something today about the hormones that we have that make us feel good and make us want to do things. And that one of them is oxytocin, which some people call it the cuddling hormone. Women receive a big, huge dose of it after they've had a baby, so they want to cuddle and bond with their baby and things like this. But also that when we touch somebody, when we shake hands with somebody, that's oxytocin. When we write somebody a special note, tell them how much we love them, that's oxytocin. And that in the world, a lot of times we're so hooked on the dopamine and serotonin that we get from Facebook or a game or, the immediate bump of somebody liking our posts and things like that, that we miss out on the more long-term oxytocin feelings. And this is where we get to increase that in the world right now, especially now where handshakes aren't a thing very much anymore and physical closeness is not. And how that is super important as a society and in our families and in our businesses and what we can actually give to the world. And the one last thing that I heard him talk about today was that having the difference between having an infinite and a finite view of your life and your business. That he talked about how Andre Agassi, his goal was to become the very best tennis player in the world. And that when he got there, that was a finite goal. Once he got it. And that he said immediately afterwards he experienced depression. And the same with Michael Phelps. He was going to be the one that earned the most medals ever in the Olympics, and he did it, and then depression set in. But the people who have an infinite goal of, I am going to fill in the blank for whatever it is that is something that you could possibly never have, like I'm going to fill the world with whatever energy, oxytocin, whatever it is, that it's something you probably will never ever do, but you are striving for your entire life and making that happen. That he goes, that makes a difference. That's what gathers people around you to catch your vision and to be a part of your team. I can't look at him anymore. and to care about you as a human, and to want to make a difference in this world. And I want you guys to know that you have all made a difference in my life. And I expect to hear from you about your infinite dreams and the ways that you spread the wonderful tools that you've learned. And I thank you so much for being at this school and being a part of my life. I love you.
Okay, thank you, Corey. There's always a beautiful hearing from Corey. We have three speakers. We're going to start from the top. So we're going to start with Angela Wade. Following Angela, we'll hear from Jennifer Schofield. And after Jennifer, we'll hear from Tiffany Hansen.
Okay, thank you. Do I have to talk in the microphone?
Yeah, because they're recording.
Okay. When I was considering becoming a massage therapist, a few people looked at me strangely. I heard remarks about cost, my age, the length of time in school, the physical demand on my body, and why in the world would I want to touch someone else's feet? My answer is, the world needs it. In our touch-deprived, isolated society, we all need this kind of healing. We've been taught how to ease anxiety, soothe sore muscles, manage headaches, and put the body in a better state to heal itself, all with our bare hands. Guess we're kind of like superheroes that way. During school, I had the opportunity to work on a woman who was terrified of receiving touch. As I provided gentle compressions and talked with her, she cried and was so proud of herself for overcoming her fear. I will never forget the hug she gave me that day. She helped change me as the future therapist I'm going to be. What a true blessing and gift massage really is to share. I had the privilege of attending both day and night classes and have seen just how hard every graduate here has worked. Through early mornings, late nights, weekends, long days of Thai training, bless you, endless hours of homework and studying, their level of dedication was so inspiring for me. They went above and beyond, and they did it just to help others, and they inspired me so much. The year-long road to become a massage therapist goes by fast and terribly slow at the same time. It is a road filled with excitement and a lot of hard work. On behalf of my fellow students, I want to thank all of our loved ones that supported us on this journey. I would like additionally to thank a few people individually. My husband, Dave. After 21 years of active duty in the Army and 15 years working in management, you finally got to retire in 2018. After traveling full-time for a year and a half, you put retirement and travel on hold and went back to work just so I could follow my dreams. You have been the kind of man who drives an hour-round trip to leave me a snack and fuel up my Jeep just so I don't have to after school because you're worried about me being tired. You've encouraged me and believed in me in every possible way, and I can't believe the woman I've grown into under your care for the past 20 years. I love you and thank you. Rocio, no one has more effect on daily student life than you. Thank you for putting up with us and all of our craziness so professionally. Thank you for making the last year so much better. You are so multi-talented and you will do amazing with whatever or wherever you go in life. I am going to miss your beautiful smile and your morning rock and roll. Thank you. Corey, on the first day of class, you advised us to look at the next year as, this is who I need to be right now. That was the single best advice I ever received in school. From day one, you taught us how to be professionals and how important the small details are. You taught us to follow through our strokes, not to ooh-ooh touch, and anatomy better than I could have ever dreamed. When we didn't understand something, you would patiently show us over and over again. You would stop the whole class and you'd say, I can see that deer in the headlight look. And you patiently would go over it, never once making us feel incompetent or stupid. I personally would not be the therapist I am today without you, 100%. Thank you. Everett, I know he's not here tonight, but I told him I was going to mention something about he and his lovely wife, Veronica. Everett taught us how to do fewer things better and slower in our massages. He taught us efficiency in our time and our bodies and how to be lifelong therapists. He shared his struggles as a therapist with us to better prepare us. He taught us not to accept a job for $15 an hour for $30 a week and have a 5-year career. Thank you. Veronica, Everett's lovely wife, your teaching of craniosacral has changed my future and is where I plan to pursue my education. Your sweet, gentle spirit is so perfect for this class. Thank you. And Christina, your ability to patiently listen to a problem and help find a resolution is unmatched. Thank you for being our captain in this journey. I would not have been able to complete my yoga teacher training without your guidance, and somehow you have the ability to make kinesiology and professional business and ethics fun. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Rebecca, I thank you for following your vision and creating a school unlike any other. I couldn't find a school in 4 states that offers a program like yours. You've created a program with so many modalities, we will never give a standard cookie cutter massage. Thank you.
Am I next? No. Me? You want me to go? Go. Hi. Okay. Hi. Right? Exactly. It was your turn. Ditto.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Top 3 things I learned in school.
Tiffany, do you know my glasses?
No, I'm good. I think I have to okay, can I? Because I'm too tall. Okay, this is crazy because everything that she said is exactly how I feel with everybody. Can I go this way? Oh, the camera's over there. Okay. Anyway, I learned a lot of things in school, not just 3 things, but I was asked to talk on the top 3. So the top 3 I think I learned most were how to feel, how to massage, and how to chill out. I'm a low chill kind of girl. I have no chill. So it was really good for me to take this program. Those 3 translate into how to keep clients, how to make money, and how to not burn out. In how to feel, I learned how to feel with my hands and how to notice a density of a muscle and areas that were warmer than others, and adhesions and things that might need to be worked on. When you grab somebody by the shoulders and you start massaging them, you probably don't notice much, but as a therapist, you start to notice instantly. You can just look at somebody and go, lateral rotation is tight, da-da-da-da. You can kind of just learn all of those things, and you want to fix everybody. I also learned how to be non-judgmental about people's skin or about people's shape or size or whatever. I didn't even care if I had a 400-pound person or if I had a 10-pound person. I just wanted a body on my table so I could practice and learn how to work with that. You want all the different things. And so it was a good thing for me. Especially on the how to feel part, I learned about my emotions because we did a lot of processing, especially through Rebecca's classes, about your own feelings and that it's okay to feel, it's okay to love yourself. So that was some interesting stuff. A lot of the students, especially that were ahead of me, would always tell me how when you get to Everett's class, they're going to do a psoas release. And the psoas is the emotional muscle. And when you get your psoas released, you could have an emotional release. Or really anytime you have a massage, you could have an emotional release. And I was always like, I am not having an emotional release. I keep everything pent up real tight, and I don't want it coming out, especially in class. So I managed to get through school without having my psoas released. So there. But I did have an emotional release. Thank you, Rebecca. I did. We did a night at the Labyrinth at Kayenta, and that was big. I let go of a lot of stuff that night, so that was awesome for me. I also learned how to give the best massage ever. I can massage with my feet. I can massage with my hands, my elbows, my forearms, a soft fist. I can do it for hours and not even be tired. Before I started this, I had bought a massage table for him a couple years prior, and 10 minutes into it, I was tired. I couldn't even do a 15-minute massage, and now I can do a massage for hours. So it's a beautiful thing to see yourself grow and change. I can now do some really glorious calf strokes, some unforgettable pelvic girdle. I can do half moon to the glutes, and I can take my heel to somebody's trap and make them go ah.
I came to massage from the fitness, the running, the 5, 6, 7, 8, go fast. So I don't have a lot of chill. Sorry, like I was saying. And one of the first weekend 3-day classes that I had to take was Thai. And there's no chairs, and there's mats on the ground, and you had to come in and sit on the floor and sit. And I was like, hour into it, I was like, oh, I'm not going to make the weekend. But with Rebecca's coaxing and training and continuous, just her voice, she just starts talking about things that I'm interested in, which is massage. And you could be 6 hours into it and we realized we didn't have lunch. So it taught me so much on how to chill. So I really do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the Thailand Prana trip if we ever get to go, because I'm looking forward to sitting for hours and hours. That would actually be kind of nice. So you have taught me to chill, and I thank you for that. During the last year, I got what I came for, and I also got so much more. I now have a major in massage and a minor in laundry. I still don't know how to fold that darn fitted sheet, though, let me tell you. And I was always worried in clinic that the drape Nazi was going to come in and check my drapes, especially when I was doing the half moon on the glute, because it always comes undone right then, and she'd be like, but you never checked. You did check on me, but you did never say anything about my draping, so thank you for that. We could have a whole class just on draping. We really could, but yeah. I already miss the learning that's been involved with school, with each different modality, with all the anatomies, and especially I miss the light that each different teacher brought to my life. There was some humor, some serious talks, some eye-opening. Is she talking about what I think she's talking about? Talks. There were some moments of just existing in a space where there's nothing else going around you. There was a lot going on around you, but you learn to exist in that space and think about nothing but the tip of your nose. So for fun, without pointing to the teacher, I want to see if you guys can think of who said this. Which teacher said this, okay? So which teacher, don't say, okay, hey, let's jam on the speaker with hairband songs, singers that were sing with long hair. Okay, let's roll the dice. Oh yes, it's hacky sack. We had to roll the dice in Everett's class for self-cares. And they were always excited when it was hacky sack. So, okay, this person said, if you give me a massage, don't miss my glutes. Oh, and don't miss my calves. Oh, and don't miss my neck. And don't miss my shoulders. Oh, goodness, I'm stuck. Okay. Neck work is my favorite. I crave that kind of work. I have warned Everett that I was going to be making fun of him tonight, and he said, I would expect nothing less of you. Okay, this person said, allow yourself to soften. Just love yourself. That was a hard thing for me to do, love myself. But yeah, so much that I've learned from you. This person said, ooh, that's the yummy stuff. This person said all the time, does that make sense? And then you look at you, does that make sense? Like he wanted to make sure. Okay, this person said, every cell in your body is eavesdropping on everything that you think. These are all awesome tips and things that I've received. I couldn't even write them all down. How about Roger Rabbit smokes pot at 3:45 sharp? That got us through the MBLEX, am I right? Yep. This person, do you have a business plan? You will. And then also, they all told us to work smarter, not harder, which is so true because my first week in clinic, I was so nervous, first of all, to have a man. We get trained a lot on things that can happen and how to handle it professionally. And I was like so nervous. I was like, please don't let me have a man on my first week of clinic. And I had all men my first week of clinic. And I'm pretty sure she made sure I had all men. Nothing happened. It was wonderful. And now I'm not even afraid of anything because I'm like, bring it on. But I had a fireman my first week of clinic that still pretty sure that I gave my best massage ever. Because he was young and he was handsome and he would just tell me how he just got this major workout the day before, climbing all the stairs and carrying the packs. And I was like, oh, it is on. I am going to give him the best massage ever. And I think I did. And the review that he gave me was, I think she forgot my pecs. And I'm in the student room and I'm joking with everybody saying, well, the joke's on him because I don't even know how to do pecs. now I know how to do pecs. So I would enjoy revisiting with that guy and seeing if I could fix the soreness that he had. Oh, you okay, Noah? Okay, he's okay. Yeah, helmet. I just want to thank Rebecca and Christina and Corey and Everett and Rocio and all of the people. Everything that Angela said about you guys is true 10 times fold. You guys are amazing, and I had the best year of my life, the hardest. I traveled from Mesquite, so my family gave up a lot for me to be here. And I want to especially thank my husband and my daughter. I missed almost every cheer game of hers for me to go to school. I did make a couple. But I just really appreciate you letting me take a year out of my life and your life so that I could follow my dreams. And they didn't suffer too badly because especially when we had to do homeschool with COVID, he had to be my dummy. So he wasn't complaining too much about having to get all the massages. Just real quickly, I want to quote, when the Dalai Lama was asked about humanity, he said, the thing that surprises me about humanity is man, because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. And then he sacrifices his money in order to recuperate his health. And then he's so anxious about the future that he does not enjoy the present. The result being that he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, and then he dies, never really having lived. And that was me before I came to school. I was so busy rushing about, so busy, never really living. And now I don't mind going camping and enjoying nature and taking a breath and taking a walk and stopping and enjoying. So thank you for that, for my life and for my future, and thank you.
Okay, so nothing like being put on the spot. So let's see. Top 3 things to take away from school. You know, that's a very difficult thing to only break down to top 3 things because as you've heard so far, there's just so many things that each of us, I think, as individuals, learn about ourselves, learn educationally speaking, and there's just too much. It's a year of intense academic, rigorous coursework that I never in a million years would have imagined that a massage therapist goes through. And it's a pretty incredible program that you guys have created here. It's something that I'm very grateful to have been a part of. Maybe I'll start with why I came to the program. So I struggled with, to make it short, vertigo in a very incapacitating manner to where I couldn't live life fully, like down for weeks at a time. And in this program, you learn about different pathologies, and you learn about energy work, and you learn about just healing overall in general, and the way that the body works, and the healing effect of general touch and how it all works together and blends. And it's so much more than massage therapy. Like, for me to have been given the physical ability to move my head quickly and not be down, debilitated to where I literally can't function, is life altering. And I've had massage my entire life. It's just, I think the biggest take from this program that I learned was that it not only heals muscular tissue injuries, it not only can heal emotional issues, but it can heal real illness, real problems that people have. So that's one extremely huge take away for me that will affect my life forever, that I'm so grateful for. And to be able to give that, like, if, I don't know if any of you realize to the level, I mean, cranial sacral, you know, the degree that you will be able to affect people's lives is incredible, you know. It's just so much more. And maybe you just want to go and do sports, but that still, it's I think the biggest takeaway is exactly that we have learned here the impact that we can make on people's lives one person at a time. It's not just about a career. It's not just about the money that we can make. It's about the impact that we can have on people one person at a time, and that's what changes the world. So I could go through and talk on the individual teachers in this program and how incredible they are. The time that they dedicate is insane. They give up their lives. It's insurmountable, the amount of time that every single instructor puts in. You feel like you are the most important person that in the world when you are in front of any one of them. Really, I don't think that there is an instructor that you have. I don't think there's an admin that you have. I don't think that there's anyone in the program that you don't feel like you're not the most important person in the world when you're interacting with any one of you. And it's life-changing, right? I mean, you learn so much about yourself, who you can be, what you can give, you know, and I think I've told both of you I want to be you when I grow up. The level of patience, like with this whole online program, I thought I had learned patience. I have not learned patience. You witness these two and what they go through, and it's like, man, I would be choking somebody out, sometimes myself by this point in time right now. You know, I mean, it's just this program, I can't say enough. You learn a lot of self-evaluation. You learn that you didn't realize that you don't know how to feel, that you don't take the time to slow down, and that it's okay to not be okay, and all those corny, cheesy lines that you hear the sappy people that, you know, wear their heart on their sleeve, and when you're that A-type personality that's just like wants the 100% on the tests, you know, that but actually wants to understand the material, you know, that it's okay to slow down and introspect and meditate and go inside and say, you know, that person, like, why is this making me feel this way? Or, you know, it's okay to go inside. And I mean, I think what I took away is that really a massage therapy program, and specifically this massage therapy program, would be beneficial for every single person to go through, regardless of whether or not you want to be a massage therapist. Really. So thank you for creating it. Thank you for running it. Thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for your patience, Corey, with me. Thank you for your patience, fellow students, with me. Thanks for your patience with this, since it was not well prepared.
For information on becoming a licensed massage therapist, visit zmc.edu. For information on continuing your education in massage therapy and bodywork, visit studyhealing.com. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe.